Hello people of YouTube, it's Irons and the Great James, and welcome to another virtual review of episode 2. In this episode, a lot of stuff happens and a lot of stuff doesn't happen. Okay, so what happens in the actual plot of episode 2 is, basically the main thing is we have a new big bad that comes around and beats up Dartha's brother. And we show off his power of his extra deck, mainly the fact that he runs a Red Eyes deck. And he beats up Ivan's brother, who was a noob at the game at the time. And then after that, we have Edward dueling himself, which doesn't really go anywhere, except you could say it's foreshadowing for the future, but either way, loses to a Malefic Blue Eyes deck. And then after that, we have to move on to the next episode. So, yeah. Not a lot really happened in this episode. This episode is mostly filler, considering this is probably one of the weakest episodes I've seen so far, considering... Well, we have, in the early episode, we have Edward waiting for his air conditioner to be fixed, because, well, it's hot. So we get a bit of a deck profile, which, you know, I'm actually okay with in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Like, again, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. A deck profile, that's nothing wrong with it. If it's an excuse to get a deck profile and just fill up more time, that I'm okay with. But what really grinds my gears is the fact that we have a whole minute wasted on freaking Edward making macaroni and cheese. I am not joking, I timed it. 1 whole minute devoted to making macaroni and cheese. In that case, he's only just stirring the pot and making the macaroni, never adds the cheese, and we don't see what happens to that dinner ever again. It's filler. At least you could say Edward dueling himself was something, like dueling his dark side. But Edward making macaroni and cheese was completely pointless. Ugh. Let's talk about the new character. Well, we have Dartha's younger brother, he's a noob. He's your generic noob character. He doesn't really understand all the rules of the games. He uses like an old-fashioned Blue Eyes deck and that sort of stuff. Sort of like Edward, but not as good, because, well, that's the reason that the new bad guy goes after him, because he thinks it's Edward's Blue Eyes, but he was wrong. So, yeah, it was ultimately pointless. Although it did get us introduced to our new villain, so yeah. The brother's just a generic, I'm the new guy of the group, I don't really know how to play, and I'm just kind of here to be curb stomped, you know? And if I can get some impressive victories, it'll feel all the more worth it, because again, I'm a scrub. So, you know, he's not bad at that. It's fine. But when it comes to the villain, it's weird, considering... Okay, I gotta give Edward credit, considering it's clear that they went through a lot of effort to make this. Like, I don't know if they made the entire outfit, or if it's just, like, something from another series. If it turns out to be something from another series, I still give them credit, considering if they did do that, then that turns out that they put in a lot of effort. And if it's from another series, then they put in a lot of money. They clearly wanted this to look like something big and a threat. The problem with me is, I have a hard time remembering the guy's name. I just call him Big Bad Beetleborg, considering he reminds me of a Big Bad Beetleborg. So, yeah. He's not bad, it's just I have bad memory. He's out to hunt all the Eyes users, as I said in the previous review. So, yeah, he's out for blood on them in order to gain their power and all that crap. It's mainly just introduced that we have a big bad, and he's, well, powerful. Nothing new for Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. That's pretty much it, really. If I'm missing something, well, bite me. Other than that, there's not really much that goes on in this episode. It's just kind of there to set up a new villain and then waste your time. I think the episode could have been 10 minutes and not missed anything. I get why the episodes are all 24 minutes, considering you're trying to give some more exposition and explain more characters more freely. But at some point it also feels like a hindrance. I feel like if I was making this series, and this is my personal opinion, and I would have made it like at max 24 minutes, not able to go over. I know why you're doing it this way, and I fully understand it, and I can totally get behind why it has to be 24 minutes. But this point also feels like more of a hindrance, and we'll see in later episodes that also feels more of a hindrance there too. Like, because we have to get to 24 minutes so that we can have more character development, we also, as a result, have more filler. So it feels like, I don't know, maybe it just feels like 24 is too much at some point. I feel like, I don't know. Again, it's not that I don't understand why we have to have 24 minutes. It just feels like at some points it feels unnecessary. But that's just my personal opinion. All that said, this episode is fine if you ignore the macaroni and cheese and the air conditioner and just basically everything. If I had to give this ranking, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Just middle of the road. It's okay. The annoying parts will annoy you, but I guess the good parts are just good enough, you know? It's not like nothing happened in this episode, so this is something worth watching. This isn't like a recap episode of Reigns where just, like, skip. And it just, like, there is something worth watching in here. You just skip to that part then. So, yeah. All that said, this is Great James signing off. See you in episode 3. Bye.